Shout out to all the traders and investors out there. Let me tell y'all something, right? It's not about what's happening now. It's never about what's happening now. See, most traders trade price action. I noticed the 1% of traders becomes the 1% of traders because they not following everybody. See, in investing, you can follow. In trading, you can follow. It's called follow the money. But the thing is to get in the 1%. So I ain't saying that you ain't gonna make no money. You gonna make some money. Everybody makes money when you doing the right thing. You following a certain strategy. But see what the thing is key word is you're following their strategy. So when that person not around no more, it's hard for you to be self-sufficient. Now, don't be sheep. The whole thing is to think about what's going to happen next. Stop thinking about now. Stop having a 30-minute mindset. If we come down 5 days straight, 6 days straight, what's supposed to happen after that? What's next? Like, we just gonna keep coming down in a parabolic move? So now let me show y'all a nice trade. Because I was in puts first. And I did turn $280 into $1,800. Then it came down to $15. I cashed out. Then took that. All puts. I'm going to show you the screenshots. All puts. You're going to see the dates. Then I bought all calls. I told all my people, the bottom is setting. We just been coming down straight parabolic. VIX is in a parabolic up move, which means pay attention to what's happening. Sometimes you don't even have to trade. Just pay attention. When I was telling anybody to be a bear, we was all the way at the top. We down here now. We at key support levels. That means you need to relax, pay attention, and don't go too heavy. I told people to take profits. You know, some people call me a madman, but you know, it's part of the game. Everybody trade different. It's all about controlling your course of options. You figure that if everything coming down, I mean calls is going to be cheap, right? 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 When everything is up here, puts is going to be cheap, right? Alright? See, when I seen everybody else turning into bears after I already was a bear in January, that's a problem. That's a problem. Psychologically, that tells you. So you have to master the psychological, and you have to master your emotions. I'm going to show you screenshots. My account was like this, up and down. Until it do what it do. Yo, shout out to Leo. You know? Because we damn sure identified that bottom. That move 13 came. We identified that bottom. And we identified the top. Yeah, though.
See, when you get to looking at these charts, right? You start to notice if you trading daily, early in the morning, when the market open to 10 o'clock, it's going to make either a A move or a V move. A, if it go up, come back down and then move sideways. V, go down, pop back up and move sideways. Controlling your course of options. If something is going down in a parabolic move, 9 times out of 10 it's going to bounce. And the way the market been coming down, straight down, for days, we should have a nice bounce. Okay, so you prepare for it. You getting your calls cheap, early. And when I say controlling your course, that means that if something doesn't go in your favor because you're not going to get every trade right? You will lose light. You're going to lose light. You're not going to lose heavy because you're not going to put that much money up. You understand what I'm telling you? You're going to be getting in cheap. When everybody else is a bull, you be a bear. When everybody else is a bear, you become a bull. Why? Because the price of options is cheap. Ain't nobody else buying puts but you, me. Ain't nobody else buying calls but you, me. So it's cheap. Now it makes it easy for you with risk management where you could put $100 and make 1,000, or 1,000 and make 10,000, or 10,000 and make 100,000. It's better to put up less money and take from the house. Like I give myself an income, like a $2,000 income every month. I take from the market. It's better to take from the market. So when you put a lot up, you risking a lot. So when things turn on you, you gotta hurry up and rush to the door. It becomes an emotional roller coaster when you don't know what you're doing and don't calculate your moves. See, at the end of the day, I closed down, but I'm still up. This was all off of $280 from last week. So it's all on how you playing. You could take little bits of money, little baby bits of money, and turn it into big money. It's all on what you need, what you getting from it, and how you investing. Ghetto. Only thing is with trading is you gotta understand that your goals could be done. You don't trade every day because every day the conditions ain't the same. Trading is about math and probability. So you gotta take your time. You gotta understand what you're looking at, and you gotta know what to look for. Cause trust me, this market will test your patience. The market don't owe nobody nothing. So you have to have a strategy. You gotta know what you're doing. Shout out to Leo. Shout out to the guys, man. Shout out to 13 Market Moves, man. Shout out to that. Cause let me tell you this, when y'all looking at these charts, I'm looking at something totally different. See, the market don't have too many moves it can do. It only could do a certain amount of moves. And when you start to notice that from looking at it so long, I've been looking at it for 6.5 years strong. So it's like, damn. It do the same thing. Like you see how that move 11 up there is forming. It's not like it could do a whole spin cycle and come back the other way. You understand what I'm saying? It can either do a A drop, it can do a V drop, it can, double top, it can a double bottom. It's only a certain amount of moves it can do. So once you start to understand more, you start to sit back, relax, and when everybody else is being bull, you be a bear. You got to know how to change in minutes from bear to bull to bear in minutes. That's how you start winning. Start to look back in history, knowing what you look for in charts. Why do we look at charts? We look at charts to look in the past, to find out what's going on, to see what type of moves a particular stock could do. Yeah, by the way, this is a 2008 chart. As you can see, history repeating itself. Yeah, so get hype! Hey, man, ghetto, man. I just want everybody to know out there, man. Let's go out here, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Get hype. Let's go. Yeah, March 11th, and we sitting here, making a nothing get naked. We doing the things we like to do. Now, let me tell you this, right? Y'all see that 25 into 300, that 1,000%? You see that, right? Yeah. So you could do it off of $25. You don't need $1 million. Little bits of money could turn into big money. If you got a formula. If you got a formula. If you got a formula. Let me repeat that again. If you got a formula. Because all that bullish activity that happened yesterday on the 10th before market closed, I don't know why everybody ran the calls. It didn't make any sense. For what? Yo, man. 13, man. 13, man. 13, man.